button. Now, I do. Okay, so seeing as how we are talking fantasy football and all these good things, um, I have some players going right now, as a matter of
Yeah,
fact.
I'm just was able to pull up a stream of this game.
Okay, so for those of us, you people that are coming on in. It is Thursday evening, around just 2 minutes until 5:40. Sean and I are both enjoying. I'm sure Sean's got a nice little drink. I've got a nice little drink,
Got an interesting drink actually.
an
I've got
interesting
a
drink.
this was just left over from somebody at my house. This is a sparkling cuvee in a can,
A
and
sparkling
the can is
cuvee in a
like
can.
the can is tiny. It's like I think this is either eight ounces, 10 ounces maybe.
That is
So it's like a sparkling wine
what?
or champagne of sorts.
No kidding.
Italian sparkling wine,
I
11% alcohol.
don't. I just can't even.
I was
I.
in Clear Lake this last weekend, and Siobhan had two of her girlfriends over, and so there
Oh,
was some
nice.
leftover stuff in the fridge, and I'm like, I got nothing else. Sure, let me take one of these.
Let's do it for sure.
Not too bad actually. Not too bad. We'll change of pace.
I mean, I'm not too terribly impressed with mine compared to what you got. I
Is yours Coca Cola?
no. Well, I do have one of those sitting around behind me somewhere, but uh, so I have. My dad ended up buying. He likes buying like water bottles from Costco and such. When he goes, he'll get
Hmm.
like those big pallet things of water, and he ended
Yeah.
up buying one by accident that was not the regular water bottles. It was those fucking little like pissy tiny, like, have you ever seen those, like the like
Oh, like the
almost
mini
like,
bottles?
yeah, they're like not even
Yeah,
half
that's
size
what like
bottles.
fucking Lyft and Uber drivers keep in the back of their car.
Oh my god, it was just a ton of these, and my dad's like, fuck, there's so many of these things.
Yeah, a couple gulps and it's gone.
Yeah, no kidding. So he just brought this whole thing on inside, and it's just been sitting there forever. And I keep fucking. We've got the little robot vacuum. It runs into it all the time. It's just making a noise. They're bothering me. I've been trying to like go through them one after another, but it's just they're you have two sips and they're done. So I ended up trying to do like be practical home life, and I found like a jug. Took as many bottles as I could, emptied it on out, filled the jug, like sliced up a lemon and fucking threw some like lemons in there, and then just popped that shit in the refrigerator. So I have like some, like I don't know what you want to call it, like zesty fresh water and shit like that. And
I
that's what I've
like that
got.
zesty fresh right there.
Yeah,
Hey, pass me a
zesty.
zesty fresh.
Ooh, the zesty fresh, please. Oh, you got that? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yep,
you
I'll
go to
take
a
that.
restaurant. Hey,
Say,
yeah, I'll take a
yeah,
zesty fresh.
I'll
Like,
take
what
that
the
little.
fuck are you talking about?
You got the zesty fresh. Oh, okay, okay, yeah,
You don't
I'm
have
ready,
zesty fresh, man? What kind of establishment is this?
dude. If they don't got the zesty fresh, man, I'm walking. That's it. Well, okay, so damn, dude, lot of stuff going on. I'm trying to get myself that stream on up.
Yeah, I guess
I'm doing John's link, the buff streams.
yeah, that's what I'm doing too. That is working very well.
Okay.
Yeah, looks like Dolphins have already scored quick. I don't know who did it, but I don't think anybody listening to this would really care for us doing play by play after the game's already over, basically.
Well, no, I don't think people want play by play. I think what people would like is some realistic reactions, like
They had
Brian
pressure.
fucking. Oh, I gotta turn this. Gotta fucking don't want to get us into any trouble if we end up posting this shit on.
The game audio gonna
Yeah,
come through.
the game
Some
audio.
copyright issues here.
Well, so I think yeah, I think that's actually the way this is working now with our new setup. And also, by the way, that's a good point to bring on up. So Sean and I are actually trying this not in Skype like we've normally done. We're actually trying this in Discord. And if this hopefully it ends up working well, I think it will. But if we end up doing it this way, Discord's a really, really easy thing for everybody to basically just be able to, join, get invited to this little, I guess it's called a server that we have, and you can hop right into the podcast like snap of a finger, just, press a button and you guys can hop in and join us. And not only that, we can be sharing all kinds of, news or shit talking or, memes and all that fun stuff.
So
So
this, I
I
mean, in a sense, not that we have to do this, but this could replace the text group chat that we have because you can
yes,
literally do all the same things and more.
and more,
And
yeah.
if you joined it, you would also have access to the like a separate podcast channel because Discord has like different channels that you can be part of within the same group, and you could literally just like drop in to the podcast without any notice or permission or anything, right? Like somebody could
Yeah.
just be like, "Oh, hey, what's going on,
No,
guys?"
no, no. And that's the cool thing too, because the way it's set up is that when if you're on a computer, for instance, right, and you open it up, it's like you join like this big giant chat room, and the podcast itself, like the voice chat, so to speak, has its own little like chat room. So when everybody ends up joining the server, everybody can see who's online. And not only that, if anybody sees people in the podcast channel, it's just like, oh shit, they're recording. Hey, let's hop on in. So you guys will basically, yeah, have a free way to get on in and join us. I mean, anytime you would want, which is like I think really what we love the idea of, or I know I love the idea of, and
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you're on the same page, Sean, is like just the participation, getting people to come on and join us and just have fun. And it's as shitty as a fucking year this can be. At least we can have like some tiny small piece of like joy that we can all share with each other, and this would be a cool way I think for us to get connected. But we'll see what people think. Maybe we put this on up there and everybody's like, oh fuck that, I got Microsoft Teams, or I got Slack, I got one of these things, man, I don't need that shit. Or who knows, maybe we just got a whole bunch of old guys who don't know what the fuck we're talking about. It's all
Yeah,
those.
Discord, I'd never heard of it until this year, and I had some friends put one together like right when the pandemic started as like our kind of like solace of
Cool.
just sharing random shit. And then
Yeah.
it's just started to get too depressing because everything was just like bad statistics about the pandemic. And I'm like, this actually is very depressing now. I gotta leave.
Yeah, I mean, I would say one of my things is I am very much about the escapism type of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like being able to do that kind of shut off the one part of the brain to just give it some time to like rest and like
Yeah.
I don't
I
know.
think, I mean, for me, that's a big part of fantasy football too. It's
Absolutely.
just having something else to think about that obviously it can be very brutal and frustrating and fucking sucks ass a lot. But
Sort of
when
is,
I
yeah, this is
thinking
so
about
right.
2020, I'm like, I could definitely shift some of my brain bandwidth to think about football and fantasy because that definitely seems much more enjoyable than everything else that I'm thinking about for the most part.
Oh yeah, for sure. Fuck. And boy, there is so
There's
much
already
going on, and yeah,
a
there's so
lot
much
going on.
going on in that fucking realm. So we haven't really done too much, I guess, more or less talk about how we wanted to kind of attack this. We just wanted to just get to talking, have some fun, and see
Yeah.
how it goes. So I'm kind of thinking, rather than how we've done it in the past, where we go through crazy breakdowns of each matchup and all that crazy stuff, or doing crazy things about I mean, there's so much going on. What if we were to just do a rundown, just a straight rundown, one by one, everybody's team? And we can talk
Yeah,
about
I
the
like
matchups
that.
that they've had, the players that they had, if they've had any like key injuries, anything like that. Um,
Yeah, that seems kind of fun.
yeah, but not having to go too crazy. I mean, hopefully
Yeah, I'm
the
not.
idea would be we
I
get to everybody would be the
yeah, I
hope.
like that. Get to everybody. I haven't been personally tuned in enough in the first 2 weeks to like even feel good about doing like matchup breakdowns and things like that. It's
Hmm.
just kind of early in the season, and I've barely been keeping up with my own as much as I'd want to. So it'd be kind of fun just to like go through people's teams and just, I don't know, say whatever the fuck we want to say.
Yeah, dude. I say, yeah. Let's go for it now.
Well, let's
Okay.
go. I think it'd be kind of fun to go in order of the draft order. I don't know if it'd be that easy to go pull it back up again, but like,
Where
who
do
was it? Was it Nick that
so?
drafted first overall?
Man, yes, I think Nick did draft first overall. I'm still getting used to. It's been a long time since I've used Yahoo. Um, I want to say at least like 4+ years, at least four fantasy football seasons or even more that it's been since I've used Yahoo. So,
Yeah. Yeah, I'm in it now. You just go to the draft tab and then go down to draft results in the bar. So yeah, Nick was first, and then John was second.
okay, so let's go ahead and we'll pull up Nick's team. I mean, I am
I mean, Nick
playing him
already
this week,
big
so
fucking news. Oh, you're playing him this week?
I'm playing him this week.
Well,
So,
you are a lucky son of a bitch.
well, lucky in the idea that I don't have to face Christian McCaffrey. So
Yeah.
that is a big, giant sigh of relief. I unfortunately also suffered a little bit of injury news as I found out today. Luckily enough, um, one of my starting wide receivers, DJ. Chark,
Oh
DJ
yeah.
Chark, he he is out. So I had to pull that mofo on out. So Nick, I guess you are slightly lucky, but nowhere near as lucky as I am not having to face your number one boy. And so what did
And
he end up going? Can you actually see? Can you see his draft? Because I'm looking at it and I'm thinking it's Christian
I'm seeing it
McCaffrey.
round by round.
Okay, so Christian
Christian
McCaffrey.
McCaffrey, Deshaun Watson, and then Kyler
Oh,
Murray. So he
that's what he
went
did.
he went double
He did
QB
with double QB
super quick.
after Joey does his Mahomes Lamar Jackson. I think once he lost down on Lamar Jackson, maybe Nick panicked a little bit. I know he
Yeah,
wanted
yeah.
his boys, or at least some of
Well,
those
Nick's
boys.
Nick's always been he has historic. What am I trying to say? He has history of drafting
Historic.
multiple QBs, and sometimes very early on too. So I think this two QB league definitely played into what he seems to like to do, anyways.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Oh man.
Yeah, man, getting used to talking about this stuff again. It feels like it's been a while.
It has, and I will say, going through these last 2 weeks have been a good exercise. I don't know, like getting sort of back into it, but man, I mean the first one was fine. The second week, boy, I feel the second week was the brutal week. I mean, I lost, so that felt brutal, but I saw plenty of injuries go around
Dude,
all the
the
way
injuries
around.
in week two are fucking crazy. And so I would love to see as we go through everyone's team, if there is any team that has so far come out unscathed, even though it's only been 2 weeks. I feel like you would be very lucky if all your main guys are still there for the most part.
Well, it certainly is not Nick's team. I mean, he lost the number one draft pick, but he didn't lose them
Dude, the
for the
number one
season.
and the number two draft picks. Well, Saquon's out for the entire
For the
season,
entire
and
season, and we'll
McCaffrey, they're
get to
saying
that.
4 to 6, but still, like
I mean,
that's
technically, we'd be getting to that next, right? Because John's
yeah.
next.
And I mean, I hate to skip ahead, but I'm looking. Michael Thomas is already missing time as well as the number one overall receiver.
Wow. All right, I'm smoking this. I mean, if we're getting this crazy,
Oh, I was wondering if that was going to be part of it. So I can't hear it. If you're smoking right now, I don't hear it, and that's disappointing. I guess I'll just make the noises myself.
Where's that opening of that Sublime song? You know the
I was so I don't know if you went on mute or something like that, but I couldn't hear anything that you were doing, so I was just trying to make the smoking noises for you.
well, I mean I did do a little bit of cleaning, so hopefully it's
This is the sound of cleaning a bong.
yeah, right. So,
Got the most important part. We got the coughing. That is the most important part.
coughing indeed. I'm moving my microphone. I'm actually putting it on top of my keyboard. I don't give a fuck.
The image in my head is probably different.
Probably. Did you whew, did you actually ever get any? Well, fuck. Sh- I'll ask you about that shit later. uh, anyway, so
Yeah, so
Nick loses
Nick,
Christian McCaffrey. What did they do? I think he ended up putting in
probably
Kelly
Josh
from
Kelly.
from
Yeah.
the
So
Chargers.
kind of a, I don't know, maybe a flyer
I think
situation. I don't really,
he hasn't
I don't
looked.
know what the backfield has been doing. And
Well, they have, so they got rid of Gordon, right? He went to
yeah,
Denver because Eckler was looking good,
he's
but
still
I think
Eck.
Kelly is one of like a higher draft pick. I think he's like for the kid
Okay.
from like UCLA, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, this is where it'd be nice to have people in the chat, because these guys could correct us and and shit. But
Yeah. This guy, okay, he's had 12 points, then 13 points. He's topped 100 scrimmage yards last week. So he's got a little steam in the tank that he's building up, it seems like. So I definitely get that fill in, but trying to fill in Christian McCaffrey is just, I mean, you can't.
no, no, you can't. I mean, no. And so far, I don't know if I've seen anybody in the last couple of years that has done it like Christian McCaffrey. My God, like dude, that guy
Consistency.
consistency. Yeah, I feel like was talking to Chris or Nick about this that the player that Christian McCaffrey reminds me of is LaDainian Tomlinson. Like just the type
Yeah.
of player he was, how he was like a true three down back who could run and fucking catch and
Yeah.
dude, and he just was a touchdown
Gets the
hog.
goal line carries, like the
Dude,
offense
he did it
act like
all, like he did it
runs
all.
through
Yeah,
him.
exactly. It was everything was going through him. I mean, it was really cool to see. So
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I had him last year and it was a fucking blast.
I know, and I think Nick did. He missed missed a huge bullet. The fact that fuck, god damn it, what that's not
It's
what
not
I'm trying to
Saquon.
say. No, oh, yes, that's basically that's not a completely season-ending
Oh
injury. Like
yeah.
I think it's supposed to be what 4 to 6 weeks, I think. So,
Yeah.
um,
So hopefully, I mean, he's a
he might
fucking
have.
beast of an athlete. Maybe he
Hmm.
can he can come back quicker, but I don't
Yeah,
know. So yeah, so he got okay. He's got him. Then he went two quarterbacks. I'm just kind of looking at his lineup here. He got a little Baltimore love. He's got Mark Ingram and he's got downtown Brown, Marquise Brown,
yeah,
uh,
right.
and he's got Baltimore defense. So he's got some home team pride going on for sure. And let's see, Stefan Diggs. I feel like Nick has Stefan Diggs a lot because I
Yep.
remember him and I traded last year, which is kind of funny because
Well,
I have Chris Carson this year, and that's who Nick and I
yeah, you
traded.
guys traded,
We
right?
have the same fucking players.
Right. Well, it's
So
funny too because each one of those players, I'm pretty sure, actually played better for you, like each of you afterwards. Because didn't the Chris Carson trade because you traded
it was a
Stephon Dick.
mixed bag. It was a mixed bag where like I think overall Chris Carson was more consistently better. But Diggs had just some of these
He had some
monster weeks
monster
that
games, right?
really
Yeah,
helped
that
me win a couple weeks, and that's Diggs' style. So
yeah.
this year, I mean, the way Chris Carson's been going is I'm definitely not looking to trade him. I really like having him on my team. But I think if anything, the trade may have worked a little better in Nick's favor, but Diggs certainly was no slouch.
No, no. Man.
And
Yeah, I don't.
then there's nobody really else too interesting. I mean, he's got Will Fuller, AJ Brown, but
I feel at this point in time, like there's so much it's so much a wait and see at this point. I feel like after what happened in week 2, all these big injuries happen. We're not done. This is
dude,
week
yeah, we're
3.
2 weeks
Like,
in, and
yeah,
like
like
so
I'm
many
not.
people are going down. Like it's
Okay, so
ah,
so maybe this is the best way. I think I think you're right. Go through. We talk about a little bit of their draft picks, a little bit about team history, injuries, and how about this? Is there any person on Nick's team that you think may like surprise you?
well, I mean, maybe this Miles Gaskin guy,
I,
running
I
back
I
on the
hope that's not.
Dolphins.
I hope that's not the case this week of all
Well,
of
he's
all
already
weeks.
got 7.5
I
or
know.
7.2, but I mean, I remember this guy's name, but I don't really know anything about him. Nobody that I would have gone for because I didn't really do very much research in the off season. But
No, and I
I
and
mean,
I
already looking like somebody that's definitely startable.
yeah, I agree. I just don't want any piece of what you call it, that
Ryan Tannehill.
just yeah, the Dolphins, right? Like
Yeah.
there are particular teams that yeah, I I don't want anything to do with. I'd much rather just like stay away from. But
I felt the same way. Yeah. Like the Dolphins, there was no single person on the Dolphins where I'm like, yeah, even if they fall to me, like I'll take them. I'd just be like, nope, I don't really want anybody on that offense. And
yeah.
I don't really want to watch them either. I just don't. I'm watching them now because there's fucking nothing else.
Yeah. I
Anybody that you would pick on Nick's team that's just like could be either achieve above what you'd expect or maybe be like a breakout or a sleeper or something.
yeah, the that Philly tight end.
Oh,
Um
Dallas Goddard.
I like, is he the one that's been getting like the really big numbers? The like uh where's the game log?
He had that big game, really big game the first game, but then I think Zach Ertz kind of came alive a little bit in the second game.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Because yeah, the second game it was just 4 receptions for 30 yards. But yeah, that first game was 8 receptions on 9 targets for 101 and a touchdown. And I was just like, ooh, Jesus.
Yeah.
I mean that would
And
be
Carson Wentz is just like slinging it around, just going fucking wild, wild west right now in the first couple games.
be interesting to see how everything, I guess, the plays on out in the end. I'm not really
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
It's
It'd be interesting to see if there are always those teams every year where they've got two sustainable tight ends. You know, it's kind of rare, but it seems to happen.
yeah.
Maybe that's one because yeah, I mean, I remember last year this Dallas Goddard guy had some good games too, and Zach Ertz has gotten injured a couple times, I think. So if that happens, then all of a sudden that shoots up too.
God, these
Um,
injuries
well,
scare me.
we've already spent a lot of time talking about Nick's team. I feel like
Good old Nick, you get all the attention, don't you?
you get to go first, and we're all hyped up, ready to talk about stuff. But we got 9 other teams we got to get through here.
Well, fine then. Let's go on through. Now, the second pick we did mention out for the season, Saquon Barkley, John's
Yeah,
number 1 overall is
I
done for
played
the
John
year.
last week. I mean, obviously Saquon went out pretty early, so I was like, felt super bummed for him because overall, like, that's a huge loss for just fantasy in general. But I was, not disappointed that it was happening against me. But John still found a way to eke out a win by like 9 points. But
God,
we were texting just a little bit, and yeah, he was none
not
too pleased,
not
shall we say,
I.
about the situation. And I remember he asked if anybody's looking to take over or buy a fantasy team because he's trying to sell ownership of his team to somebody else right now out of disappointment.
I mean, I can't blame him, but shit. He should
Injury
be.
bug has hit him hard
Yeah.
though. George Kittle
Yeah.
as well.
Um, Akers. I don't know what the fuck is going on with the Rams. The Rams running
I
game.
feel like it's TBD, and that's going to have to shake out at some point. I think like people were projecting Akers to be the guy at some point, but not really sure how that's going to work out. It's
Yeah.
hard to say.
I have no idea.
But
And
his QBs, dude, his QBs
dude,
just shredded me. He got
I,
like 90 points from his QBs last week.
yes, last week in particular was pretty crazy because that was Dak against what the Falcons and their ridiculous fucking comeback.
And then Dak just in his fucking come. Oh no, that's what you're talking about, Dak. I thought you were talking about Russell Wilson. Sorry.
But I did want to say that if John needed any like glass half full type of thing to think about, I think he may be sitting on like the number one QB like this year.
With Russell,
Yes, dude. Russell
yeah.
Wilson, I mean, if he keeps this up, dude, I think he could what? Like he's gonna could have a season better than fucking Pat Mahomes
I mean,
just
the
did
way it's
recently.
starting right now, and just how I don't know if comfortable was the right word to use, but he just is
So let's
looking very
just
comfortable
I,
throwing the ball around right
I
now.
just want to take a quick look. I mean, we don't have to stay. I know we got some teams to go through. I just want to take a look at this really quick. So, QB rating first week 143, 31 completions on 35 attempts. Fucking ridiculous
Yeah,
completion percentage. 322 yards and 4 touchdowns.
yeah,
Insane
and
game. Then
yeah,
he goes 21 for 28, 288 yards, 5 TDs, and a
5
pick.
TDs.
Oh, I'm sorry. He also had a fumble that first game as well. Sorry, forgot to mention it. So he's had a turnover in each game, but besides that, has wow, destroyed.
Yeah, absolutely destroyed. So that's, I mean, in a two QB league, you got two studs. You're gonna be making some. You're gonna be scoring some points.
Yeah, and I
That
so
can help you make up for some other things. I mean, he still put up 190 points, 187 last week with not having Saquon. So
yeah, I think
I mean, not trying to
Odell.
sugarcoat that, but
No, I think
still,
Odell ended up getting him a touchdown, which probably makes him feel a little bit better because that was what his number
yep,
two
yep.
pick.
Yeah, that was that
Okay.
Thursday night game. Odell had a pretty nice showing there. Metcalf is looking like a nice
Mm-hmm.
solid
Especially
go
yeah,
right
yeah,
there.
paired with Russell, absolutely. Um, yeah, dude. I mean, and he has a lot of pieces that are injured right now. Like, yeah, dude, he's got a pretty damn dangerous team.
Yeah. So
Uh,
if the IR slot, if John throws Saquon into the IR slot, does that mean that he can go pick up another player?
I believe so. Although
That's what I thought.
at this point, I would think because it's for the season, maybe I'm not understanding how he would do it correctly, but I would think given that scenario, you would just drop him because you would want to reserve your other two IR
That's
spots
true.
for
Yeah.
people who
If
would
there's,
go
yeah, I
down and
mean, if
possibly
you,
come back.
I can't think of a time when they said he's done for the season and then
I
he
thought
came
they,
back.
I, yeah, no, exactly. I'm pretty sure that what I had heard about, yeah, is that it was torn ACL. He's out. He's done.
Yeah. You don't come back that
No.
quickly from
So,
that. So yeah. Okay. Anyways, pretty interesting. And he's also got Joe Burrow on his bench, which is
yeah,
maybe a
no,
little potential trade piece at some point.
he's got a lot of interesting pieces, and I think if they end up, yeah, I'm not worried about John. I definitely feel bad about losing Saquon because that is a hit in the nuts for sure.
I'm very curious to see what happens with AJ Green because I had AJ sitting on my bench all season last year and got jack shit out of it. And when he's playing, hasn't really done much yet, but still, he's
Well, you're
he
talking
could
about
pop.
Joe Burrow. Yeah, maybe give
Yeah,
Joe
different
Burrow a little bit of
QB, so
time.
they're gonna have to get some chemistry going. But that
Exactly.
could be a sneaky little pick right there too.
Yeah, see what happens with that. Now, who was next in the draft?
Let's see here. Who's third? The Benjals.
So I think, if I'm not mistaken, that is Will, right?
Okay, yeah, I'm still getting used to people's team names here. I haven't even chosen a fucking team name yet, but
I technically chose a quick off the top of my head name right after the draft, but I need to change it. I still need to get to it. But yeah, so Ben Jones, that's Will. Uh
what do you know what that name means? I don't even know what that means.
I was thinking like Bengals, but then Benjals.
Yeah, what's the
I
wordplay there? There's
yeah,
something. There's something there. I don't
there
know what it
probably is.
is.
I'm Will, the reference is lost on this fucking stoner right here. I have no idea. Um,
I'm looking it up. I just Googled I Googled
Angels.
what's the origin? There's a Reddit thread. What's the origin of Benjals? Looks like it's from some sort of a YouTube video. Okay, I'll
Huh.
bookmark
Okay.
that video for later.
Oh, okay.
That's some
See,
that's some that's
that's what
some deep
that's what
some
they're.
deep web stuff right there.
But see, that's what the Discord is for, right? So it's like
That's true.
that's where
Post that
Will
video.
just pops it into the Discord. He's like, dude, this is it right here. Now, okay, so as far as his team is concerned, now he goes number one and he gets Kamara,
Hmm.
who
Yeah,
obviously that's
can't go
yeah
wrong
can't go
with
wrong
the
there.
Camara pick for
What does
sure.
he do second? Is that Austin Eckler?
Yes, he goes
Okay.
Austin Eckler and then Kenny
What?
Galladay.
Okay, I was about to say it's got to be either that or what? Cup at four, or is Cup five?
Let's see. James Conner 4,
Oh, I didn't even see James. Oh, you're right.
Cooper
Okay,
Cup 5.
five.
Yeah,
Okay,
and then
yeah.
Drew Brees after that.
Mm-hmm. Damn, dude, he's got running backs.
Let's see. Yeah, Kamara, Eckler, Connor. Yeah, I mean that's a pretty solid crew right there. Everybody stays healthy. You're feeling pretty good about that.
I would say so. I mean, dude, I really don't see any weak spots here. I mean, I let me. I guess I just need to look at a couple stats. I wonder if he's benching Drew against.
It looks like it.
Let me see. What is his
He's got Justin
stats
Herbert
been?
in the lineup.
Yeah, so what has he done the last couple weeks? So first week, 18 for 30, two touchdowns. Okay. Not didn't throw for the yards, but got a couple touchdowns. Last week,
For
300
Breeze.
yeah, for Breeze,
Yeah,
300
not he's
yards,
not
a
been looking
touchdown and a
not
pick.
looking too good.
I
It'll
mean,
be an
yeah.
interesting game though. It's a Sunday night game. It's against Green Bay, so I mean he's got a lot of history with Aaron Rodgers. But I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of a toss up because Herbert looked pretty good.
Yeah, I actually the little bit that I saw, I thought Herbert looked pretty good too. So, you know who? Okay, so we were talking about surprise players. You want to know who my surprise player is on Will's team?
Wait, let me try to guess. Surprise player.
Damn it, it's probably
No,
gonna
I
be an
don't
easy.
know.
Oh my God, I would actually think it'd be an easy one.
I don't know, but I don't know what you mean by surprise player.
Well, surprise as like we were saying in performance. Um, but dude, I can't. Let me just look at the numbers really quick, just to make sure that I'm. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, so that was last week. Oh my God, dude. How many fucking field goals did that guy
Oh,
make?
I just got to him and I was like, he's not talking about Young Ho Koo, is he?
Dude, oh my God. If you go to his game log, right, dude, look at last week. I think he hit one, two, three, four. Is it
Yeah, he
like
was he was going
six? Is it
off
like
on field goals.
six field goals and three extra points or something?
Something like that. But I mean, still, I guess it was the depth of the kicks because only 17 points, which I mean, for a kicker,
17 points.
that's
You're right.
great. But like I remember seeing
Yeah,
So in other years, kickers getting like 25 points, and you're
right.
just like, you fucking asshole if
Yeah,
it's against you.
so he had, it looks like he had one, or sorry, two field goals of 40, up to 49 yards, two field goals under 29, two field goals under 39. So he would have
Okay, so it kind of
gotten,
averages out still, but
yeah.
I
But
mean,
even
yeah, if you're
still,
getting
like,
17 points from your kicker, you're feeling good about that.
I remember when I saw, like, I was looking at, I can't remember when I saw the name. I was looking at the score and it was like 17 from a kicker from Waiku. Who the fuck is the Waiku? And
Waiku.
Waiku, and then it
Want
was
some of that
Young
Waiku
Ho. It's like,
beef?
oh shit, dude, Young Ho, bro, let's do it. Um,
It's just a fun name.
yeah, dude, I love the fun names. Harrison Butker. I
Yeah,
mean, come
Butker and
on.
Young Ho at it
Oh, come
again.
on. And these are all kickers, bro. This is
Yeah,
great. It's great.
seriously.
Uh,
But yeah, I mean, solid, pretty solid team. Like I'd
I'm
say
yeah, I'm not worried
quarterbacks, I
about.
think quarterbacks look maybe if you had to pick a weak spot with Stafford, Breeze, and Herbert, like there's no studs in there, but
No, not
I
super
mean,
studs, I wouldn't
they
say.
could pop at any point.
Yeah, dude, I mean, Herbert's brand new. I mean, we've seen Breeze do it before, seen Matt Stafford do it
Yeah.
sometimes. Um, I feel like more or less it's Matt Stafford's fucking receiver core that does it rather than him. God, sometimes I
Yeah.
feel like I've always been burned by those goddamn Detroit wide receivers.
Yeah. There's always usually somebody that will go off.
Yeah, one of those days.
I miss
Okay.
the Megatron days.
Oh God, those were the days. Those were the days. Um,
All right, so you were up next, eh?
yeah, I am up next. Now, if I remember, I'm pretty sure it was
Double.
Derrick Henry.
Man, that's funny. I gotta ask you. I'm sure you remember our draft
Yeah,
last
last
year.
year.
Nobody was taking Derrick
Nope.
Henry. He was like the lone running
Mm-hmm.
back, like still on the board. And then I think Will took him in like the sixth or something crazy like that. And then
Took
obviously he had a
Will all the
big,
way to it. Took Will all the way to the championship. Took his
yeah,
own team
big
basically
pick.
all the way to the AFC championship. Like
So
led the league in rush.
obviously,
Oh my God! Like
how did you feel about having the fourth pick? Were you already eyeing Derrick Henry at that point,
no,
or
no. I think I was hoping that uh I was gonna
Camara
be
or
able to get
somebody?
Kamara. Yeah, but um I guess you can say I was okay taking Derrick Henry. I
So
was just like,
when you saw Camaro was taken before you, were
yeah,
you
I was
like,
just like,
okay,
ah.
Henry's next, or did you still have to debate between like Zeke or
No,
Michael
I don't even think I
Thomas?
no, I don't even think I debated. I'm pretty sure I wanted
You
a
just went
running
for it.
back. Yeah, and so I was like, okay, I just want a solid back. Derrick Henry, he proved us all wrong. I mean, I was heavily doubting him. I didn't touch him for however many rounds, so that's one of those things where I was proven wrong. And dude, that uh I mean, he's huge, dude. That dude is a
Yeah, he's
fucking mammoth of a
barrels
man.
through.
Yeah, so it's one of those things where I guess we'll play it out. He had a pretty let down week last week, but even
Yeah, but he
still,
still had 84 yards. Like
exact.
it's not like he wasn't getting.
Tannehill was throwing like fucking like all touchdowns all day.
Yeah,
So
true, true. Kind of
I'm
a weird game.
yeah, it was exactly weird game. So I think I'm going to be happy with him for the long haul. Crossing my fingers, hopefully. Um, but
And
we'll
then
see
after
how it works.
that, so you went okay. Then you went Travis Kelsey. I like that pick. I mean, he always seems to get his.
And
And
so far,
then
it's
oh,
been
okay.
really
Ooh.
happy for me.
And
Oh,
then
let me
you
try to
went back
guess. Let
to
me
a.
just
You
try
went
to
to a.
guess. Did I
Try to
go?
guess what?
I'm trying to guess who I went. Did I go Juju or did I go Aaron Jones?
You went. You went to some familiar territory with Aaron Jones.
Okay, Aaron Jones. Yep.
Yeah,
I
and
can't
then
remember if it
Juju.
was, yeah, and then Juju.
And then who'd you go? Oh, then you went Chark after that, and then Hilton after
Who's
that. Okay, then
been
it
kind of
gets a
actually
little
just,
more boring.
yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like I said, big fan of Kelsey. That's good. And then Aaron Jones, sweet Jesus, been having a nice. Well, obviously last week was just
Last week was his.
insane. 52 points. He has to have been the high scorer of any position, right? I don't think any quarterbacks got into the
I don't know.
50s.
Yeah, I mean, I think you actually were playing the highest scoring quarterbacks last week. So if he didn't beat,
I
if
don't
he
know. I
beat
think
out one of those
John,
two
because
guys,
John's quarterbacks were both in the mid 40s, and I had one guy in the mid 40s. So
yeah, didn't so weren't I thought you guys had I thought your game had the highest like all the highest quarterbacks, and I don't think anybody got higher than Aaron Jones if it wasn't a quarterback.
no, I don't think anybody, quarterback or any position. I think Aaron Jones was the highest overall scorer last week.
Yeah. Damn, dude, yeah, it feels good. Yeah, I mean, when you watch Aaron Jones play, dude, he's slippery as fuck. Like
Yeah,
he doesn't really remind me of anybody. I used to think of him as like LaShawn McCoy, but like LaShawn McCoy was just like super shifty, right? Like he would just do a lot of that shaking shit, and do the making people miss. Aaron Jones feels like he's a little bit more like he's got a little bit more of that power
yeah,
back type of a
he's
feel.
thick. He's
Yeah,
a little bit thick, but he can still
dude, he
he can
moves
juke a little
so
bit though.
yeah,
Yeah,
and he's fucking just it's really interesting. I think because he also seems like he's really small, and I don't know if that's me, but like compared to like a Derrick Henry, dude, I would think like Derrick Henry would be like
yeah,
a
he
man, like a monster compared to Aaron Jones.
yeah. I think Aaron Jones gets a little bit lower. He's a little lower down,
Yeah,
harder to. He's
maybe
not
harder
he's
to.
not massive, but he's stocky enough that he's just got that low center of gravity.
And I will say I was also hopeful for something like that to happen because I think one of the things I remember for sure is last year I've had him I'm pretty sure last 2 years. Um, and each time I have him and he has one of these crazy performances or he has an amazing season, dude, he is like a trade magnet, dude. Everybody wants a fucking piece of Aaron Jones. Like
It's probably because he's so up and down a lot of the times.
he
Like maybe
is.
you think, oh, I could get him on a buy low right now and he could bust out kind
Dude,
of a thing.
the reason he's up and down is because people are forgetting who his other teammate is, the other Aaron. And,
Yeah. It
like
depends. Yeah. If Rodgers
it's
is gonna have a huge throwing game or if they're gonna be
Aaron Jones will be
playing
quiet as fuck.
they're
Like
if they're playing from behind because Green Bay hasn't been as nearly as dominant of a team in the last several years.
yeah, like so. Okay, so for instance, like last week, sorry, not last week, but the very first week of the season, if you he did get a touchdown, but if you were to take that touchdown away,
Be like
that.
nothing there.
Yeah, he what 16 attempts for 66 yards. I think he got some receptions, but
Yeah, so
really,
maybe you're looking at like maybe 10
10,
points.
yeah, 10 or 11 points really. Like he didn't have like and I feel like that for the most part is like what you get from Aaron Jones when it's a um oh shit, what's his name? Just got another touchdown. Mike
Gasecki.
Gesicki. Gesicki.
He's a tight end, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, Aaron Jones is definitely he's got to get some touchdowns but he does get a lot of touchdowns though.
Yeah, he
He
does.
finds the end zone quite a bit. So yeah, I like that pick. He was definitely somebody I would have had my eye on as well. I think like he's definitely a fun. I think he's a fun guy to have.
Dude, I'm just trying to think if there was anything else I wanted to say about my team. I can't really think.
Yeah,
There's nothing really else there. I guess of interest.
okay. Well, the
I
mic
kind
is
of
yours. I mean, any stories you got?
no, I don't know if I really have any stories. I'm curious to see how Ben and Juju sort of pan out for the year. I think Gardner's not playing very well right now, but I think he's gonna have a overall. I think he's gonna have a
Yeah, he's
pretty good
been
year.
good so far till
Hmm.
today so far.
Yeah, so far. So we'll see what happens. But even still, like, yeah, I guess more or less happy. And until this week, I actually went through the first 2 weeks without any serious injuries. But now this week, I think as I said, I had to take out DJ Chark, so he's out,
Yeah,
not playing right now. Um, so I'm sure it's gonna hit. The bug is gonna hit us all. So we'll see.
I feel like it's only a matter of time, but yeah, I mean, no big names. I mean, Chark for sure, but what is that looking like? Just maybe game to game for
Yeah,
him? Like,
so
yeah,
far it looks like it. Nothing too
okay, okay.
crazy. Now what about now? Who's
So
next with this?
Misha is next.
Now Misha would have been taking. So he took Zeke. Okay.
Yeah, Misha's had Zeke at least once before.
Yeah,
I feel
most
like I've
likely.
seen him having Zeke in the past.
Zeke goes what? Zeke, then oh man, what would that be? Miles Sanders, I guess, number two, or
Uh,
Julio.
yeah, Julio,
Julio, number two. Okay.
and then Miles Sanders, and then DJ Moore, and where does he go next? Oh, then Mark Andrews and Amari Cooper.
Okay.
It's so
Gotcha.
funny, like how differently people draft. Like almost going up and down all those picks, like those are just not picks that I would have ever tried to go for. And it's not because I'm not better. I'm not better than anybody else, but it's just you have those either affinity with certain players where
Mm-hmm.
you like them, or maybe you just know more about certain players and certain teams. Like
Yeah.
I know more about certain teams, and Misha knows more about different teams. Like it's just so funny how different it can be. I feel like if I was in the same position as Misha, I wouldn't have picked any of those guys.
No, I completely agree, and I think you're absolutely right. And I think it's either just like you said, it's either you have that familiar, you're familiar with this player, you've seen him either play on teams that you've followed or you've had him on fantasy teams before, and it's just one of those like, dude, like Aaron Jones, I've had him 3 years straight. Dude, it's almost like, I know when he's gonna go, and almost will make a point just to draft him like a little bit
Yeah,
early, right? Because it's like
he's your favorite pillow.
it's just something, it's consistent, it feels good when it just keeps working out. So like I feel that the player I feel like Misha's had a lot recently, and maybe I'm wrong about this, but I feel like I've seen Jarvis Landry on Misha's team
Yes, that
like
is
the last
super
few
true.
years.
Yeah, I don't. He's not on his team
He's
this
not. No,
year.
no, no. I think he's on Nick's team, isn't he, this year?
I can't remember, but you're right though. That is like thinking of Misha's team. I do think of Jarvis Landry. That's super funny.
Yeah. No, he's not on Nick's team. Maybe
I
we
don't
haven't
know. I
seen.
can't
Maybe we
remember
haven't
where he
seen
is.
whose team
Oh,
he's on.
who did I play the first week? Oh, he's on. Wait, now I might be mixing up
He's
leagues at
on
this
Chris's
point.
team. He's on
Oh,
Chris's
okay,
team.
okay.
Okay. I feel like
Yeah. So Misha's team. I mean, let's see. I mean, I like Julio. I just generally like him. He's not somebody I go for. I mean, Zeke, can't argue with that. I do like Mark Andrews for sure. Um, I still like.
hasn't
I
practiced last
still.
2 days.
Yeah, that would be one to take a look at.
Hmm.
I still like Keenan Allen, even though new quarterback situation and all that.
I just
And I
don't
know he's
know.
just one of those guys. I just
I
like his
think I think
flashiness on the field.
yeah, no, no, no. I think Keenan Allen is a. I'm trying to remember the dude's name. He used to be on Arizona, and then he ended up going to Baltimore. And he was just like a straight, like he was like a possession receiver. It was like him and Torrey Smith were like the two that
Oh
they was.
wow.
Anquan Bolden.
Oh yeah.
You remember that guy?
Yep. Yep.
Like so, just that possession receiver type. They want the ball on third down. They want to like try to get the yards after the catch, like on the inside of the field rather than the outside.
Hmm.
Um, I always liked Keenan Allen in the red zone too. Just yeah, the man Chargers have been pretty difficult the last few years. Now without Phillip, and a new QB, like I mean, we'll see what happens with Herbert. I mean, he didn't do great the first week, but last week he went 10 targets, got 7 receptions for 96. Still no touchdowns, but I mean,
Yeah.
I expect those to come. So, dude, I mean, there are not too many question marks, I guess, other than the QB position.
Yeah, yeah, I would say Tannehill and Kirk. You're definitely keeping your fingers crossed that they kind of outperform
Cousins
what they're supposed
had
to be doing. And
what they're
already, I mean, Tannehill,
what they're well, I mean
Tannehill's
Tannehill,
been looking.
yeah, Tannehill's looking
He's already
amazing.
looking decent tonight too.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
But Kirk, oof, look at
Kirk.
that. Look at that
Well, no,
game. Look at
wait,
that week
tonight.
two.
Wait, tonight. Doesn't Tannehill still play in Tennessee?
Yeah, he's still playing tonight,
So,
but
no, not tonight. Isn't it Miami and Jacksonville tonight?
yeah.
So who is it on the Dolphins that's playing tonight? It's not Tannehill. It's is it Fitzpatrick?
Oh shit. Yeah, you're right. Sorry, my bad. It's Fitzpatrick.
But
I'm getting my guys all mixed up here.
well, he was a Miami quarterback. Yeah,
That's true.
yeah, dude.
I guess I still think of him that way.
Everybody thinks of Tannehill as a Miami quarterback, but
Yeah.
Jesus, yeah, 23 first week, 34 the next week. Yeah, Tannehill's looking good. Cousins, I'm not so certain about. Like, I think he had a
Oof.
decent first week. What, 26 points? Yeah,
Yeah,
decent
yeah.
first week, but three picks. What was it? 26
Three
attempts, 11.
interceptions. Yeah,
Yeah,
you said
yeah.
that. Oh my god.
26 attempts, 11 completions for 113 yards. That is a shitty game.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see where he goes from there. So definitely be pretty nervous, but got no QBs on the bench. So kind of just ride it out for a bit longer and hope things go back to a little bit more normal.
Yeah, kind of see. Yeah, I guess more or less see what happens.
Yeah.
I think with oh god damn it, make that go away. All right. With Tannehill, I think he's happy. I just don't know if there are any other. I don't even know if there are any other QBs really out on the
I
market even anyway. Um,
yeah, I doubt it.
Trubisky, Carr, Bridgewater, Haskins, Darnold. Not really.
Yeah, no, nothing I'm trying to pick up there.
um,
Yeah,
so
see how it goes. Definitely been a little
he's
bit of an anomaly.
yeah. I think really he's pretty much fully solid. I really like Mark Andrews. I think his wide receivers are all. He's pretty much stacked at wide receiver,
Yeah, for
and
sure.
you know he, nobody's gonna be talking shit on. I mean, Miles Sanders, I think he was injured, wasn't he? Like for one of those games, I think.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I think he was injured for like the first game, but did amazing last week. So, yeah, 95 yards, touchdown. Okay. Um, yeah, we'll see what happens with the QBs, but I think Misha's gonna be okay. Now, next, what would this be? Pick six?
Pick six was Nate. And took the first wide receiver
So
off the
that'd be
board
Michael
with Mike
Thomas.
Thomas. Yep.
Ouch. So
And
what's the situation there? Let's see. So he's just not practicing. Um,
yeah, I mean, he played the first game a little bit.
and then was he
But
held out
yeah,
the entire game? The like week two?
yeah, week two, he didn't play.
Okay.
And then
Still not
it sounds
practicing
like
right
there's
now.
not practicing, which I guess yet to be expected. So looking like he has a good chance of playing this week. Um, so I mean, Jesus, anytime he's in there, even if he's hobbled a bit, you know he's going to be a target monster.
Damn, dude. Actually, now looking at this, man, can't even talk about the Nate's got some worries on his team. So he lost Le'Veon Bell. Totally forgot about that.
Yeah, that happened real early
Yeah,
too,
that
didn't it?
was
Week one.
week one, yeah. Um, Josh Brown, or sorry, it's not Josh Brown. Josh Jacobs is.
I see the questionable tag, but he's played
I think
both
he, but
games.
yeah, but I think he was like in and out of what was it that second game? Um, Yes, and he
Yeah, I'm
hasn't he
not
hasn't
sure, but
practiced the last
yeah, it
two
looks like he
days.
might just be kind of fighting through a little something, but
See what
nothing
happens
that's going to hold
there.
him out at least for now. I think,
Uh,
yeah, Mike Thomas is just the big piece there.
Damn, Julian Edelman last week. Holy Christ,
Yeah, busted out.
179 yards. Wow.
Yeah, I mean he's got a pretty good team. I mean Josh Jacobs has been great. This
hmm
Clyde Edwards Hilaire guy has
Yeah.
been
No,
a nice
dude,
little addition.
I think he's got a great running back too because he's also got Fournette. I mean, the Bucks just
Yeah,
looked awful that first week, but last week, I mean, got 12 on the ground for 103 and two touchdowns. So yeah, I think he's
I
in.
mean, his team is pretty good, I would say. I
Yeah, dude,
mean,
he's
he's
also
got
got Evan Ingram on the
Evans
bench.
and Evan Ingram. Yeah, his wide receivers are actually pretty decent
Like,
too.
dude, he could actually probably go for a trade if he wanted to, and like upgrade a piece if he needed. I mean, with that Evan Ingram sitting on the bench,
Yeah,
like I know somebody would want something like that. Dude, that's a decent tight end. Tight end spots are hard to fill. He's got Jared Goff on the bench. Um,
yeah. I don't know. I mean, Baker Mayfield does not excite me at all, but
no,
Carson Wentz has been great.
I'm with you there. Baker does not.
Oh, I thought Wentz was doing a lot better than he actually
He
is.
didn't do
Damn,
very
I
good
am
the first. He didn't do very
surprised.
good the first week. Oh my God, he even did worse the second week.
Damn,
Holy
I don't know
shit.
why I thought that Wentz was just out there slinging it around. So that's
I
just my
I had
ignorance to not following as much as I should be.
well, dude. I mean, it's this year. God, fuck this
So
year.
he needs some help at QB, but running backs, receivers, tight ends, he's pretty looking pretty good on. Assuming everybody can stay healthy.
hmm Yeah, I agree. I mean, honestly, I think he's got a lot of. I think he's got more potential for trade. I think than anybody I've seen, just because he's. It's not just his starting lineup is really decent. His bench is really good too. So it's like I
And he
think
picked up Devontae Freeman. We'll see
yeah
if that ends up being a nice
yeah
pick. So, and then
maybe
all of a sudden he's going to have too many running backs that he can't even play all of them.
yeah exactly, dude. I mean, if you like, he wants to upgrade at QB. Like, dude, I honestly think yeah, it's gonna be really easy for Nate to do whatever he wants for the most part. Actually, I think he can put together any kind of package he wanted and get, other than maybe getting how do you say
Like a top
Mahomes and
tier,
yeah,
yeah.
Mahomes and Lamar, because I don't think Joey's like gonna trade those guys for anything unless they start underperforming.
How do you say Mahomes? How do you say Mahomes?
Mahomes. Now wait. So if this is number six, who at number seven?
So I had number 7, and
Ah.
yeah, I was so yeah drafting right behind Nate. I was really hoping that Michael Thomas was somehow going to fall to me, because I kind of saw like McCaffrey, Barkley, Kamara, Derrick Henry, Zeke, and Thomas as like easy top 6 right there,
Yeah.
like no question. And then when all those got picked, I honestly did not exactly know what to do.
Interesting.
I didn't have a contingency plan for that situation because I didn't really prepare at all.
But you
But
have to
I
admit,
mean,
after week one, you had to have been
oh yeah, I mean after
incredibly
week
happy
one
with
for
your pick.
sure. Oh no, and I wasn't disappointed at all. Like once I snagged Dalvin Cook, I felt fine with that. But
Yeah.
it wasn't like it just wasn't obvious for me at least.
I mean,
Um,
dude, I Dalvin Cook's one of those players that I feel like I've wanted him every year that he's not been like available. Like either he's been injured or it hasn't happened. But dude, Dalvin Cook is I just like
yeah, I feel like
consistency.
if he stays healthy, I mean he gets his action, but just hoping he stays healthy and it can get through the entire season just doing what you want him to do.
I mean, dude, I that's yeah. I think
But
so
yeah, I
so
mean Devontae in the second, and then people started picking QBs, and I started to get anxiety about the QB situation,
mhm.
and I wanted somebody. I was like, I gotta have one QB that is like flashy or fun. Like I can't go into a two QB league with just like waiting until the eighth round to pick my first guy.
Yeah.
And so I just sprung for Josh Allen because it's just all the things I was reading about him in the offseason. People were just really hot on him.
Mm-hmm.
And I just like his versatility and just he's young and just still coming up and everything. And I was like, all right, fuck it. I'm going for it. And
And
so
dude,
far,
it's
I've
been
been really
paying
happy with
playing.
that.
Yeah, dude, 34 and then 45. Like,
Yeah.
dude, it's and not only that, but you've also got Aaron Rodgers, just behind him, who what first week also like put up like almost 40 points.
Yeah,
Like,
and I
so
didn't
you're
take Aaron Rodgers till the eighth. So when I saw him there, I was just like, dude, fuck it. I am absolutely if Rodgers is still there,
yeah, dude,
five
it to
five
be a
picks later, like he's been talking about being the underdog for the first time in a while. Like he's out for revenge. I'm like,
mm-hmm,
if there was ever a time to buy low on Aaron Rodgers, I'm doing it right now.
for sure. No, dude, I
So
think
pretty happy with my team overall. Like losing Mostert probably for at least a
that
few weeks is a hit.
hurt a little
But
bit.
I mean, I was pretty happy to scoop up Jerick McKinnon off waivers this week just to keep that 49ers backfield going and just keep it more fun to watch the Niners too.
Now, so what's the deal with Devonte Adams? Is he going to be out for a while, or is it a week to week thing, or what's
I think it's a week to week thing as far as I've seen right now.
okay?
But it doesn't seem like anything is guaranteed. Like he's doubtful. I know he's questionable still, but yeah, not looking good for him to play this week. But as far as I've read, it's not like they're expecting him to miss multiple weeks, but it's just a wait and see situation. That
Gotcha.
would be a huge blow if I lose him for multiple weeks because he's just like set it and forget it. You know you're going to get some from him, especially when
Hmm.
I got Aaron Rodgers throwing to him too. That's that double dip.
Dude, absolutely. Now, let me ask you something. Do you have any plans on ever starting Noah Fant or Font?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Dude,
I took
he,
him because it was just so late in the draft, and I just started to want to take like people that may have just high breakout potentials. And he's been decent so
yeah,
far,
dude,
but
he
I
he has
don't
been.
really have a place to play him, so I'm not really sure. Just kind of keeping him there for now.
Yeah, I mean that's I feel, dude, the I feel the tight ends are one of those positions I bet people are going to be able they could really end up utilizing. Just I feel like that is such a thin that's such a thin position, and if you
Especially
have
well that we have the two flex spots.
with the
Like
two,
it's playing two tight ends is not even like whoa two tight ends.
it's
Like
no
it
big
feels like it
deal.
could be pretty common.
Yeah, it wouldn't be bad at all. If you have two high performing tight ends, dude, fuck yeah, put
I mean,
those guys
shit.
in.
Honestly, if Devonte Adams is not playing this week, like Noah Fant might be the guy that I throw in there.
Well,
Actually, I can't. Never
no,
mind.
you'd have to put in another what?
Yeah,
Oh,
never
so
mind.
we have. Oh, yes, you do. Darius Slayton, Justin
Yeah, he might
Jefferson.
have to be the guy.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah, I
you
didn't
got some there.
realize I am not deep on wide receiver,
It is
but
actually really interesting how everybody's teams are when you end up looking at like some people are just so stacked. Running backs, so stacked. Dude,
yeah, I'm
Nick,
running back heavy for sure.
I can't remember if I think Nick was like the insane running back heavy team, or maybe was he the insane wide receiver? Dude, Nick
Can't
was,
remember.
dude. Oh man, I remember looking at it and I was just thinking like, wow, dude, so ridiculous.
Yeah, but
Wide
overall, I
receivers.
do I do like my team. Pretty happy with things so far. So just I mean the injury bug hasn't like decimated me, but losing Mostert sucks for sure. If I
Hmm.
lose Devontae, that's going to be a blow. So we'll just see what happens. Feeling a little bit of that injury bug.
I bet. Now, eight, I'm guessing that must be, would that be Chris?
Let's see, believe you are right about that.
Okay. So,
We got yeah. Chris went second receiver DeAndre Hopkins.
mm-hmm.
And then where did he go from there? Then he went Chris Godwin. So he went wide receiver. And then he had Chris Godwin last year as well.
He
And I know
did it.
that worked out very well for him.
Yeah, and so far it's not been going so great. I think Chris Godwin was, I guess he was knocked out of the game.
Oh, okay.
Um, or maybe it was a practice thing, but it's talking about him, needing to clear concussion protocol. So because he got a
Gotcha.
straight goose egg last week.
Oh, damn. Yeah, okay.
Um,
Hopefully he'll be back soon. But then he goes running back, running back. So he
mhm.
fills that up pretty quickly with Nick Chubb and then David Johnson. And then he goes for his boy, Tom Brady, in the 5th round.
And that has,
And then Cam right after that. So he goes for his New England quarterback. So he just gets, I think he probably picked some personal picks there too.
yeah, a little bit personal. And the funny thing is actually Cam's been performing better than Brady has. Dude, last week Cam fucking put up some big numbers. So 30 completions, three almost 400 yards, a touchdown, an
Throwing a
interception.
ton. Yeah, I'm
Uh,
sure he was rushing around a little
yeah,
bit.
I'm trying to see if I can't see those actual fucking stats, but
I don't like
whatever.
that how you click on that and you can only see the passing stats.
Yeah, I think that's a little. I gotta go to what game log. Rushing. Oh, and he had two touch. He had two. He's had four rushing touchdowns the first two games.
Damn, that's crazy.
That
I mean,
is actually crazy.
that's like primetime Cam right there.
Yeah, exactly. That's prime time Cam. You're totally right. So first game, 15 attempts, 75 on the ground, two rushing touchdowns. Second game, 11 on the ground, 47. Or sorry, 11 attempts, 47 on the ground, two touchdowns. Uh, Yeah, and so he didn't throw any touchdowns first game, but no picks. Threw for, like I said, almost 400, picking a touchdown last week. So, damn, yeah, Cam's looking good. Compared to Brady, I think, even as bad as he looked the first week, he still ended up throwing
Yeah, he
two
still threw up some
touchdowns.
decent points, but yeah, he didn't look good on the eye test. And
Yeah,
then last week, just not good all
yeah, just
around.
not good all around, even though they ended up winning.
Yeah.
Um, so, dude, I feel that Chris is. Dude, I don't know. There's some pieces on his team that I really like. Dude, that one Jonnu Smith, whew,
Yeah. Yeah. Seriously.
that's turning out to be
Really
really, really
nice.
good.
Who the fuck is this receiver on Jacksonville that he has going tonight? This is my very first time seeing this guy's name ever.
I don't know, but actually,
Lavishka Chenault Jr.
dude, all
Man.
these are all the fuckers that have been taking DJ Chark's fucking
Yeah,
looks.
true, true.
Dude,
Yep.
god
So
damn it.
Chris's team, he hasn't gotten the injury bug yet. I mean, Jamison Crowder, I guess
I
you could
think
say that,
Devontae
but
Parker was supposed to be out week 2, but he actually ended up playing. Um, and he's playing right now, it looks like.
yeah, but no, nothing really significant.
No, no
So
significant injuries. I mean, looks
yeah,
like he has some questionables with Ruggs, Harry. Yeah, Crowder is the actual like didn't have him week 2.
no significant action there, but damn, Chris is in 10th place though, 0-2. Gotta get some shit going. He scored points though. It's not like
It's
he's
not,
not
yeah, dude.
scoring a lot of points, just
I feel when
tough
we
matchups.
yeah, dude. That I feel when we actually like look at these, it just they don't end up being all that far off. I don't feel
Yeah.
people are really getting crushed.
Yeah, exactly. I haven't seen anybody where it's just like, ooh, that's the weak team of the league so far. That's the Derek of the league. I
Yeah,
don't think
exactly.
we don't
Yeah,
really have any of
poor.
that so far.
No, exactly. I think we've just had a couple individuals that have had like what so your week the first week, and then who was it last week? Was it John or was it
No, was it Joey? Can't remember.
or Joey? Yeah, maybe Joey was where can we see
Could
last
not
week's
remember.
last week's matchup? Uh John, yeah, John had 209, barely beat out Joey by like 4 points.
Okay, gotcha.
And you
Yep.
like I mean,
Yeah,
you
that first
basically,
week was just
dude,
like victory laps. Like
dude,
at
your
a
team
certain
was
point, I
so
was like,
excited.
everything's
Everybody,
happening right now. Like everybody is scoring touchdowns. This
yeah,
is
dude,
fucking crazy.
that was an awesome week.
Yeah, it was
Uh,
fun.
okay,
So
so
we had
so
Phil. Phil went number 9, and he wanted. Looks like he wanted a running back. So he got Joe Mixon,
let me see. Okay, there we go. There's Phil for you.
and then he went for Tyreek right after that, which
Mm-hmm.
definitely can't argue with that at
No,
all.
not at
And
all.
then he went another running back, Kenny and Drake. And then he went Thielen. So he's just going alternating running back, wide receiver. And then he goes Scary Terry after that. And then he finally gets a QB with Matt Ryan in the 6th round. So,
Yeah, dude,
okay, okay.
I don't think there are really any surprises to me that he is 2-0. I feel like his team is just very consistently even all the way down. Like every single spot is just, yep, it's like on par with the next. Like there's no superstars, but then there's no like weak spots either. You know what I mean? It's just like it's very,
Yeah, I think, got some trusty names with Kenny and Drake, Joe Mixon, Thielen, Tyreek, obviously. Kareem Hunt. How did he do in week 2? Yeah, he's been a nice.
yeah,
Like, obviously, we know Kareem Hunt is great, but in that double running back situation in Cleveland, you never know how it's going to work out. He's been getting his for sure.
yeah, absolutely. And let me see, what was
He's got Ronald Jones on his bench too. I mean, not great, but
now
still a starting running back.
he did, I guess, lose Sterling Shepard.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Sterling's always like you never know what you're going to get with him.
No, he's definitely the biggest box of chocolates in the league.
Yeah,
Uh,
seriously. Um, yeah, I'd say like not like super flashy, but just pretty good guys up and down. Fitz Magic got some Matt Ryan in there. Matt Ryan's been really nice so far. So yeah, I would agree. No surprise, 2-0. Yeah, Phil's definitely a team that can throw some points up.
hmm I mean, and so far he's tie or in second place, I guess, but even still, like 2-0.
Yeah,
So we've all got the catching up to do to him. So we'll see. And
exactly.
right now he's actually not. Fitzpatrick's having a fucking great game. So we'll see how it starts.
Exactly. Yeah, but I'm sure he's stoked. I know Phil always is trying to make a little splash, and I don't remember Phil ever like going deep into the playoffs that I can recall. But I know he enjoys being in the league. He's been on the podcast before.
hmm
He's just for me. If there's like a guy that I want to root for in the league, for me it's Phil. I just want to root for. I want to see him do something.
He is. He is a tough opponent. like I think I've always said, like I always
Yeah,
thought
he's
Phil
been
was
kind of
like
like kind of
my
your nemesis
nemesis,
a little bit,
just because
which
I
is
feel like
funny because he's like
he
the
always beat.
nicest guy in the
No,
world.
no, and that's the thing. It's like the whole nemesis thing is all in my head because I don't ever get to see or hang out with Phil, right? So all
That's
I get to
true.
see is I get to see the names of the team names and images that he uses for his team, and then I get to see
So
his
you,
lineup.
yeah, like until you, I mean, you've met him in person
Oh yeah,
at
dude.
least
Yeah,
once
I
or
met
twice, a
plenty of
couple
times. Yeah,
times.
dude.
Joe,
He's
yep.
always fun, and
But that's too funny.
and it's always like because like I see the team names and I just like God damn it, that's so much fucking better than my name. Oh man, that was like oh I should have done that. And then yeah, I feel like for a while, um, I ended up running into the Phil buzzsaw, and the Uncle Phil, dude. I love the
Oh yeah.
it's just dude, his references, his names, dude, they're always good. They always put a smile on my face. So that's why, yes, I see Phil as my league nemesis, and yeah, that's meant to be in the most respected, respectful way possible. Uh, so Yeah, it's awesome. And I think he's gonna have a really good season.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, the way it's going, looking good so far.
well, and then the very last team, oh
Last but
good
not last
lord.
but not least.
Got to
Never the
have his
least.
little back to back. Let me get myself some of the best QBs that are out there. How about a one? How about a two? Oh, here we go. I mean, dude, I mean, I don't think there was anything that was going to stop that. The only way I think it would have stopped, like, that would have stopped is, like, they had to go early. They had to, for somebody not to get those two quarterbacks at position
Yeah.
10. They had to go
Yeah.
earlier than that.
You would have
So,
had somebody would have had to take a QB in round one
mhm.
because both of those guys were going to go in round two.
Those are like with this setup this year,
Yeah, with
those are
two
the two those are
QBs.
those are
Yeah.
the two most important players. Now, because everybody is greedy and it's like, "Oh, well, we really want to get two really good quarterbacks." Nobody's in position to get those two good quarterbacks except position 10, who in
I
a
guess it's a
snake
good
draft
point because
goes
maybe
back to
position
back.
9, maybe that. But if you start to look at like,
Yeah, that and
well,
that's all. Yeah,
DeAndre
that's yeah,
Hopkins is out
exactly, and
there, or
that's
Michael Thomas,
basically
Dalvin Cook.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. You take Mahomes or Jackson at 9. Pray, cross your fingers whoever's at 10 is a fucking has like just a giant heart on for whoever the fuck they can find down at the very bottom of the board. But no, like in all honesty, if anybody is really bitching or complaining about that, they shouldn't be. Everybody had a chance to stop that from happening. Uh, and I feel like if you knew how this year was set up, then you knew this was going to happen. And props to Joey for being the one in position to do it and actually doing it because I think he's going to be very happy with it. If like he either puts himself in position to ride out those two QBs as far as he can with whatever team he can put together, or he can trade one of those QBs and get like a basically a number one player for the year, you know, because you've got the two most, I guess, intriguing prospects that can be had this year. Those two quarterbacks, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say other than so far with the performances, I would say Russell, Josh Allen. Trying to think if there are any more. There may be.
Yeah. That's a good question.
I'm sure there could be maybe one more quarterback that's had two better games than Pat Mahomes or Lamar Jackson. So taking those guys off the
Matt Ryan.
Matt
And
Ryan, he probably would be too, right? What is he like 34 and 30 something?
see. Let me organize this by points. So yeah, you got Russell Wilson, then you got Josh Allen, then you got Matt Ryan,
Okay.
Kyler Murray, Cam
Kyler
Newton,
Murray.
Dak, Aaron Rodgers, Tannehill. Then you've got Pat Mahomes, Minshew, and then Lamar Jackson. So they're in the not even both in the top 10 so far, but I mean 2 weeks like
Yeah, two
you can
it's
have a lot you
it,
can
it
have a lot of flash in
it's
the
you're
pan
right.
weeks in
It's
two
2 weeks.
weeks.
Yeah, it's 2 weeks. Their value is still there.
Yeah, they've
Everybody knows who these quarterbacks are.
exactly.
I think
Exactly.
unless, I think Russell, I think everybody kind of believes that he's looking something special this year, maybe. We'll see how he does next couple weeks, but he could be really something. Josh Allen, I also think, dude, seeing these last couple weeks has been pretty awesome. I don't know. I think it's going to be interesting to see how this whole year plays on out, but obviously Joey had I I'm not going to say the most successful draft, but it certainly was the flashiest with those two picks. Um, and the rest of the way, how does he go? Does he go what?
So now
Woods
he goes
three
Allen
or
Robinson.
Allen Robinson three?
Allen
Okay,
Robinson,
and then
Jonathan Taylor, running
okay,
back. Then he goes Robert Woods and then Melvin Gordon.
gotcha.
Then he goes Calvin Ridley, which that was nice,
Hmm.
and Darren Waller, which
Yeah.
is pretty nice too. So yeah, there's definitely some good picks in there.
Hmm. Yeah. Darren Waller fucking killed me last week. that beautiful Monday night performance. Um, yeah, no, I mean, I don't think there's anybody that's like screaming out that's super exciting. I think I'm like there are some players I want to pay attention to for the year, like Calvin Ridley, Darren Waller, Jonathan Taylor. I'm going to be curious now that what's his name, Marlon Mack is down.
Yeah, seriously,
How that
that could
ends up
be.
playing out. Um, and yeah, Joey's also, the only other 2-0 team along with Will. So, or sorry, not Will, Phil.
Yeah, I
Damn
know.
it.
I'm playing Joey this week, so not too stoked about that.
Well, maybe
And
you can hand him that first loss and it'll be
he's
nice and
got his
juicy.
Robinson running back on Jacksonville, who's already got 13 in the first half with a
So
touchdown.
that's
So,
where all Minshew's points must be going. I see.
yep, exactly.
Gotcha.
So,
Perfect.
got my work cut out for me to try and get Joey out of the undefeated realms. So, we could really use Devontae Adams playing. That would be very helpful.
Yeah. Well, see how everything, I guess, more or less pans out.
Yep,
Um,
yep.
I mean, yeah. So we pretty much have gotten through everybody. And I will say we're kind of running at like 120 right now, so it'd probably be an okay time to go ahead and call it. But
Yeah, I think that's a
um,
good spot to wrap things up.
yeah, it's actually halftime, I think, right now
Yeah.
for the game. And even still, hopefully, we'll be able to get this posted and on up to everybody.
Yeah, so how is that going to work? Obviously, if you're like how do you get access to listen to this?
Well, we'll just do it exactly how we've been doing it. I don't think there's anything we need to change there. I think we can
Oh,
just
okay.
post it to
Or-
YouTube, and that'd be easy enough. It's going to be saved as an MP4 video anyway. It's just going to be a black MP4 video. There's not going to
Yeah.
be any, it's just going to be audio, but I don't think that'll be a problem, and I think it should, work just fine. Um, and, we'll also be able to convert it into anything if we need to.
True
Uh,
that. So do
but
you want to send me that and then I can upload it? Do you want to upload it?
yeah, we can figure that out. I don't think that'll be difficult. And again, guys, so if you do have Discord or want to get it, it's a free thing. It's easy enough to sign on up for, just like so many of these other services. It's like an app. It's a program you can download on your computer. And I think Sean, you're just using it on your phone, right?
Yeah, I'm just using the iPhone version. Super easy. Just get the app, get the invite, and I mean, couldn't be more straightforward from there.
So yeah, so let's I guess we'll go ahead and just call it for now, but hopefully we'll be able to be chatting with everybody soon and get this on out there and be good times. So yeah, dude, I'm
Yeah,
excited for this week and excited we got something on the books.
yeah, it's nice to be getting back into this again. I've been saying a little slow to kind of get back into the swing of the season, but I'm
Me
glad
too.
that we're able to start talking about this and getting some podcast stuff going. Just yeah, makes everything so much more fun.
Yeah, and I think the more of this we start doing, the more like into it we can start to be getting. So
Yeah, I mean, I'm already so much more familiar with everybody's team right now, so hopefully
yeah,
anybody listening gets the same experience.
exactly. Well, I guess we'll go ahead and wrap it on up, but hopefully everybody is doing well, and guess we'll be talking to y'all soon.
Perfect, awesome, man.
All right.